from the brand new album, please welcome David Cassidy.
Scratch on me. You were nothing but a little plaything, and your love bite was only a sting. Baby, when you went, you hardly made a dent in me. It's just a flesh wound in my mind. It ain't no tragedy that every night. Without you, baby, nothing's been right. No matter what I say, can make you go away. I'm lying to myself, that's the truth. It's killing me being without you. You're the only one, not fooling anyone. I'm lying to myself. Lie here, alone in this bed, broken record of the voice in my head. She said, ain't it really effect on me? It's not a thing that I would change. No, not much, only everything, just to have you again. Myself every night. Without you, baby, nothing's been right. No matter what I say, can't make you go away. I'm lying to myself. I can't deny it anymore. Gotta get you back in my life. That's all I'm living for. I'm lying to myself every night. Without you, baby, nothing's been right. No matter what I say, can't make you go away. I'm lying to myself. I'm lying to myself. You're the only one, not fooling anyone. I'm lying to myself.
Thank you. Oh, that's bad.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? At the MTV Awards, you and your former cast member came out and did
Day.
and you did a little thing. And you have a sense of humor about that whole Partridge Family thing, which is cool, I think.
Yeah. With my career, you'd have to have a sense of humor. After seeing that clip, wow, boy. I think it's important to, to address it and to look at it. And in fact, the fact that so many people had such impact on so many millions of people all over the world, for me to come back and to have a hit record today it's an amazing feeling. And so many people come up to me and talk to me about the impact that it had. So, it's important to address it. Yeah.
You've done other music before this album and since that show.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, I would have to say that this one is really me. I mean, it's mine. The songs are mine.
Now, what were the other ones?
Well, the songs were created for the television show, and a lot of people presumed that because I was playing the part and I was on the cover of all those magazines and lunchboxes and bubblegum cards that we all remember and that show, that's what David Cassidy was. And in fact, it was very difficult for me. I was 19 years old when I started that, and my musical tastes were a lot different from that. I was into much more progressive, you know, Cream, Hendrix, those kinds of bands, as opposed to... We made great records. They were just pop records, not the kind of records I was into.
After the show was over,
Yeah.
did David do any stuff in the studio?
Yeah, I did 3 albums, actually, for RCA that ended up being... A couple of them were relatively successful, but I agreed and I said at that point, I'm not going on the road anymore, I'm not going to promote them. It doesn't give the record company a lot of incentive to go out and promote you. One was an album called Higher They Climb, Harder They Fall, which was sort of tongue-in-cheek, kind of semi-autobiographical about the rise and fall of a rock and roll star.
Were those 3 albums your creations, your stuff?
They were some of my stuff, yeah. I still had the influence and the management, although I wasn't under the guise of the television show anymore. I was still pretty much guided by the same management and company and marketing, the same. And trying to break that image. I think it was a little too soon. I don't think people were ready for it. You know.
Yeah. Who was managing you when you posed semi-nude for Rolling Stone and did that?
Here we go.
Well, I'm just wondering, what period did that come about and why?
Well, that was sort of done behind my manager's back. You know, obviously the television company went absolutely nuts. They went so crazy when they found out. What happened was I went out and did the article with a writer from Rolling Stone about 3 months before we did the photos. And it was just one-on-one. She followed me around. She did, I think, Madison Square Garden, Astrodome. And they called me up and said, Annie Leibovitz wants to speak with you about doing some different kinds of photos. And at that time, because everybody perceived me as just the guy that I was playing on television, and when you heard my voice, it was through the magazines, through teen magazines, and the character I was playing. So I think the criteria of the time, what was shocking then, would certainly not be shocking now, but it was just because of the image.
In your mind, did you have something you were trying to do when you did that Frank interview?
Honestly, I was really just trying to be myself and trying to have people get a sense of who I was. And it wasn't as bold a move as it appeared from my standpoint. I wasn't trying to shock the world. It was great that I did a concert right after it came out, and there were kids holding the poster up of me naked like this in the front row screaming, yeah, kind of subtle.
If we were kicking back at my crib and TV was on and an old episode of The Partridge Family came on, how would you react?
Well, I haven't seen it in a long time, Arsenio. Honestly, it's probably been 5 years since I've seen an episode. I'm sure I would laugh at it. I loved doing it. It was great fun. Having a present, having it today, I have 2 films that are coming out.
Yeah.
In fact, I was in Seattle yesterday for one of them, so I can plug it. It's called Spirit of 76. It's out
soon.
Yeah, Friday. But I'm sure I would look at the show and remember only just the good stuff about it. I think back upon, I had some great relationships with Susan and Danny and with Shirley, of course.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Not to have a sense of humor about it is just why. So many other people dug it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, and they're still screaming, man.
Thank God. Thank you.
Good luck with the album.
Thanks, I'll see you.
Give it up for the man. Back